Hey guys, welcome back to our urban homestead. My name is Chelsea. If you're new here, welcome. And if you've been here a while, welcome back. So I've gotten a couple emails and some messages on my Facebook page about how I get my chicken coop ready for winter. And I thought I would bring you guys along and share what I do. I live in Michigan. We get lots of snow. It gets pretty darn cold. And so I thought I'd bring you along and share with you what I do. Now, it's not like pretty by any means. It's not like setting off the aesthetics, but it definitely works. I've had chickens my whole entire life, and I've never lost any to cold conditions. Sometimes chickens just die. Chickens are weird. I've never had any die in the wintertime. My chickens never get frostbite on their combs. So this is how I keep them ready for winter. So let's go. We're gonna open up the door and let the girls out. I know, I look a hot mess, but you know, this is real life. I've been working outside all day, and sometimes this is what it looks like. Hi ladies. They're going through the molt. Oh, poor things. I feel so bad for them. I'm gonna actually open up the tomato garden for them so they can scratch around and till in all of this bedding that I put in there. I'll show you. So I put their where they roost, I shovel that out 3 times a year. Once the weather breaks, and then I do it midsummer, and then I do it in the fall. And this is wonderful, wonderful stuff for your garden. Look at poor Joe. No, that's Jet. Oh, poor thing. The molt is so funny. Like, look, Penelope doesn't even have any tail feathers. She can't even shake a tail feather. Penelope. Alright, let's see if we got any eggs today. When they go through the molt, they slow down their egg production. Oh, 2 eggs. Well, better than none. Okay, so obviously, as you can see, I put tarps all along 3 sides. I don't do it in this back area. I don't cover this with a tarp because there does need to be some ventilation, and it's against a big retaining wall. So I don't worry about drafts and such. Make sure that I tarp this off too. Make sure that there's no drafts. This is where they sleep at night. This is their roosting area. I dig this out. That's what you see in the garden. And then I just put pine shavings. I use the deep litter method, and I'll explain that more in a minute. I have the heated water here. This will get taken out. I only run an extension cord. We'll talk more about that in a minute. And I just kind of like, you know, turn everything over. Yeah, I mean, this is not, some of you are probably like, oh my God, that's so disgusting in there. Listen, chickens are dirty, and this is actually way cleaner than some people keep their chickens. I'm just saying. My chickens are very happy, healthy ladies who are well taken care of and well loved. This bin right here will be their dust bath area for the winter. My chickens are bougie and kind of princesses. They do not like coming out in the snow. I shoveled paths and everything for them, and they will not come out into the snow. And dust baths are important for chickens. It's how they, keep clean, and they keep bugs and stuff off of them. So I fill this up with a mixture of dirt, just like topsoil, sand, and then I sprinkle some diatomaceous earth in there. Food grade, yes, I know that's controversial. Whatever. It works. If you don't feel comfortable using diatomaceous earth, you can also put some agricultural or barn lime instead of that. Chickens during the molt. Oh, it's so funny. Poor girls. They look so sad. Birdie Sanders still holding on to those 2 tail feathers. Aren't you, Birdie Sanders? Hilarious. So I do not provide any supplemental heat or light for my chickens. And here's why. I believe that nature has a reason for everything, and some people will put up lights in their coop so that the chickens lay more eggs. To me, I don't do that. I feel like it's nature's cycle. They're gonna slow down during the fall and winter, and then they pick right back up in the spring and the summertime. I think that they need that break. That's my reason for not providing supplemental light. If you do, no judgment. Do what works for you, and if you want to do that, you go right ahead. Now I will get pretty adamant on heat. I do not provide the chickens with supplemental heat. I think that is very dangerous. I can't tell you countless times that people will run heat lamps in their coop, and it causes a fire, and all of their chickens are killed, and it burns down their coops. It even burns down their homes. I am adamant that chickens do not need supplemental heat. Chickens actually do better in colder weather, believe it or not, than they do in the summer. Chickens are very resilient birds to the cold, and I am very adamant about not heating their coop. That being said, I do run one extension cord to have that heated waterer, because I don't like going out and breaking the ice every couple hours. Call me lazy if you want, I don't care. So the heated water is definitely something I recommend. I've tried all kinds of things, floating ping pong balls, and none of that just really works for where I live. So I do run an extension cord. I make sure that I keep it up so the chickens can't, get tangled in it or knock it over or anything like that. So please do not heat your chicken coops. They don't need it. They are not cold. If you give them draft free area, especially where they sleep, and just plenty of fresh water every day, that is really all they need. I do give them cracked corn. They get cracked corn in the morning, Sometimes they'll get some warm oatmeal and I'll put some cracked corn and some fruit. Sometimes I grow fodder for them. I know they're spoiled, but I feel like they really miss having the green to eat. And since they, like, we all get cabin fever in the winter time, and I just feel like that really helps them. So I give them cracked corn in the morning and cracked corn before they go to bed. The corn, it's kind of like putting wood on a fire. It, the carbohydrates in it help heat their body up. So, yeah. They're spoiled. Big Mama. Big Mama. She's gonna ignore me now. Whatever. So, let's see, what else can I mean, like I said, it doesn't look pretty by any means, but it works. If you have a different system that works for you, that's great. I just have received emails and messages asking what I do, and I thought I would share. Okay, let's talk about the deep litter method. This is something I recommend you do some research on and see if it's right for you. I love it. It works wonderful. I hear a lot of people say that chickens are stinky, and I invite anyone to come into my chicken coop, take a big old whiff. My chicken coop does not stink. If you do, once a week cleanings and deep litter method where they sleep at night, it works wonders. And you also make great compost for your garden. So I do recommend you do some research on that. See if that method is right for you. I've been doing the deep litter method for 3 years now with these hens, and I would not go back, honestly. So I hope that answered some of the questions I've received. If not, feel free to send me an email. My email is in the description. It's been in the description for a little bit now, and I, would love to hear from you. It's been a long day. I need to cut my hair and I need to shower and finish dinner. Work is never done. So until next time, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to those that have sent me questions via email and my Facebook. I love hearing from you all. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. And until next time, abundance and blessings to you. Bye-bye.